Hello and welcome to the BMC Atrium Core CMDB video series. This video is an overview of the new normalization component in CMDB. After you log into CMDB, go to the data flow section. The normalized CIs component shows a snapshot of the total number of normalized CIs, including those that failed, which are shown in red. Click the normalized CIs component. This is the interface from where you perform the CMDB normalization tasks. You can filter the information that is displayed based on datasets and time period. For example, select a specific dataset and a time period such as last 7 days. You can use this screen to monitor all normalization jobs and drill down into the failures. This screen provides a consolidated view of jobs, an account of CIs and relationships that have succeeded and failed. Let's look at the ribbon component. Total jobs displays a total count of jobs that have run at least once plus jobs that have not yet run once. Executed jobs displays a count of jobs that have run at least once for the applied dataset and time period filters. Pending jobs displays the count of jobs that have not run even once for the applied dataset filter. In the CIs ribbon, you see the total count of CIs processed in all the executed jobs. This count is bifurcated into successful and failed CIs. Similarly, in the relationships ribbon, you see the total count of relationships processed in all the executed jobs, which is split into successful and failed relationships. Note that the values displayed in the jobs ribbon are runtime, but the values in the CIs and relationship ribbons are generated by the data sources utility. This message shows when the server last ran the utility. Let us now understand the executed jobs display. Each row displays details of a single job. You can sort a column by clicking on the column name. This icon next to a job represents the job type, such as a bad job. For each job, you can view the current status, such as completed, aborted, in progress, and so on. The number of CIs and relationships that are successful and failed, and the run history of that job. Clicking a job name displays the details of that job, such as the dataset configured and normalization features applied to the job, like version rollup or suite rollup. In the case of completed jobs, the count of CIs and relationships that have succeeded and failed is displayed along with the job schedule. From this screen, you can edit, delete, or start a job. Another major improvement is the progressive disclosure model, where you can drill down into the failed CIs and relationships. For example, for a specific job, click the link for the number of failed CIs. For each CI with errors, you can view the CI name, dataset ID, the related class name, a brief description of the error, and best of all, a built-in recommended action that lets you know the best way to resolve each failure. This is a huge shift in CMDB management, as it lets you identify the source of the failure. For each listed job, you can drill down into the history of job runs. For the required job, expand the row to view inline the details such as the total number of classes and CIs processed. Alternatively, click the link under Runs History. The pop-up displays the history of the selected job in terms of job status and the starting and end times of the job runs. You can also filter the records based on the job status and the time period. Also note that in the main normalization screen as well as the drill down screens, you have some handy features. First, you can filter the records by entering the job name. You can also refresh the display. Further, you can configure the number of rows that are displayed per page and scroll through the pages. You can also create a normalization job from this component. Click Create Job and enter the job parameters such as the job name, the dataset for which the job applies, and the optional configuration that allows new product catalog entry and unapproved CIs. Then select the normalization features you want to apply for the job. Note that you must have already created rules for normalization features such as version rollup or suite rollup before creating a job. Finally, set the job schedule such as continuous or recurring and configure the time and frequency of the job. Ideally, you must have only one job for each dataset. If you try creating more jobs for the same dataset, then the built-in best practices of CMDB provide a warning message. Save the job. If you have set a recurring job, it appears for the first time in the Pending Jobs tab. Click the newly created job. This is the location from where you can edit, delete, or start a job manually. Click Start Job. Back in the normalization component, you can monitor the new job and track the CI errors, see the history of job runs, and so on as explained earlier. Thank you for watching this video.